Hey y'all, this is Dina. Welcome to my channel. I am back tonight with a little project. I want to make some paper flowers for my craft room. I have made the kind where I just cut out my petals and glue them onto a center, and I found this particular template on my Cricut design space. So I really like this one. So there has been a few people that write me and say they have a Cricut and they've never taken it out of the box. Using a Cricut is the easiest thing ever. Let me just tell you. Okay, so I'm going to save this one, but I'm going to pull it away. I've already saved it. This is the one I want to cut, but I'm going to do a quick little go through on how to find images and so forth. Now, before I get going on that, in order to find all the really cool templates and stuff like that, in the Cricut design space, you do need to have Cricut access. It's like $10 a month. It's not very expensive at all. And there is thousands and thousands and thousands of different images you can find and utilize. So whenever you go in, let's see here. Whenever I go in and I've typed in flower petals up at the top of my Cricut Design Space screen, and this is everything that you can see that maybe is underneath the petal, like whenever I try to search petals. This is where I found the one that I'm going to cut out. So you can kind of see this is, there's all these different things. Now, if you've never been in this before, if you see the green A next to it, if you see that A right next to it, that means access. And if you have the subscription to the Cricut Design Space, then you can utilize any of these, cut them, do whatever, because you're paying for that fee every month. So there's a whole bunch of in here. Look, y'all. Those are so cute. So cute. But anyway, let's see. I'm getting down here where I found the one I want to cut. There it is right there. That one's really cool too. I really do like that one a lot. I might come back for that one. But yeah, you can make flowers. You can make the flowers by just cutting individual petals, or you can utilize this. Now these right here, they don't have the green A on them, and that means maybe another designer made those, and you would have to purchase those extra. But if it has a little green A, you know you're good to go. So this is the one I want. So all you're going to do is use your cursor and tap on it or click on it, and then you're going to click Insert Images. Now it's going to come up already because I've already got one up here, but you can see here's the image right here. Let me take away the big one for a second. So here's the image. This is the one I want. It's super cute. And so all you're going to need to do is you want to size it. You want to size it to the size that you want, which in my case, I want very large flowers. So anyway, this one right here is, you can see the grid up here, and it's showing like it'd be like about a 3 by 3. I wanted it a lot bigger than that. So I want mine to be 12 inches. So all you would need to do is when you click on it, I'm going to move it over just a little bit. If you see right here, there's a little lock there. You can unlock it, and that will make you be able to change the whole shape of this whole flower, going any way you want. I'm going to leave it locked because I just want it to be the same shape, and I'm just using my cursor, and I'm just dragging it, and I'm going to make this as large as I can. Okay, so got to scroll down. I'm going to go up here, and there I am about, if you see on the mat, there's a 12, and I'm all the way down at 12 down there. So as you see here, I'm going to move this over just a smidge, and so it should fit. I need to make sure, because if you don't have it within the grid, it is going to cut off half of it and you won't have your thing. Okay, so it looks like it's going to be well within our 12 by 12 And that is the size of the mat that you're going to use, is the 12 by 12. I am using this pretty pink cardstock tonight. So I'm going to move this over for a second. I'm going to go ahead and get my paper on. And I'm going to make this flower just a 3-layer flower. You can use as many as you want. This is a pretty heavy cardstock. Let me see what the weight is. This paper is an 80-pound weight that I'm using tonight. I'm going to take my first, let me get you over here, y'all. I'm going to take my paper, I'm going to line it up on my mat, as long as it's within the grid on the mat. Make sure it's adhered down really well. And that way I've got it ready to go. Okay, so on my Cricut, now that I know this is the image that I want, I'm going to go over here and click on Make It. Thank God I have a touchscreen on my computer. Oh, it says image is too large. So let me go back and try to shrink it down just a little bit. It'll tell you if the image is too large. Let's just go down. Sometimes I can't use my finger when I do that because my screen is a touch screen. I'm gonna just shrink it just a little bit and see how that goes. Clicking Make It. And as you see, it's on the whole mat right there. You see that, y'all? That's how it's gonna look when it cuts. So if you like what it looks like, there's a little button down here, clicking Continue. And you know, your Cricut, if you have the Maker, the Explorer Air 2, or the regular Explorer, the first one, they all are wireless. So you would just set up your Bluetooth in your computer. Just turn on your Cricut and you set up your Bluetooth. And as you see here, it says Air 2, so I know I'm good to go. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here and I'm going to put my paper in my machine. So let me quickly show you what that looks like. I'm going to take y'all off my phone, so I hope I'm not going to be too wiggly for you. So now that you've got it gone, you're going to put your match right up inside here. See? Sorry for the shadow, y'all. Then there's a little flashing button right here. And it's going to pull my paper in. And this one, when it's flashing, that means it's ready to go. But before I do that, I need to change my settings because I have it on vinyl and I want to turn it and put it on cardstock. So make sure you change it to the right setting. Now on the Cricut Maker, it doesn't have a knob. It automatically will know what to do, but this is an Air 2, so you will have to tell it. You'll have to change it. So now that I've done that, now it's going to begin to print or cut. I could have made it cut a little bit faster. Forgot to click that button. But on the next one, I'll tell it to cut a little faster. But I don't think it's going to be too bad, y'all. So there's like a little fast button on my screen, and all I had to do was click for it to go faster. But let's let this one finish. And you can kind of see the cut lines. Isn't it going to be beautiful, y'all? So beautiful. Okay, and when it's done, this button right here will flash. You just press it and your mat will come out. And there you've got your cut. Okay, I'm going to get you back over here. I just wanted to show you one thing. I have finished cutting the second one. Here it is right here. What you can do is you do not have to completely go out back to the screen and tell it to cut again. If you want to cut another one of the same image, all you do is get your paper on the mat, I'm going to go stick it in my Cricut machine. The light is flashing, so it will allow me to feed my mat right into my Cricut. And I'm going to press go and let it do it again. And there you go. Okay, so now that I've finished cutting my 3 sets of petals here, I've already put the darker pink for the center on my mat. And this one right here, I had created a long time ago, and it is actually 1/8 inch fringe. And I created that. All I did was kept drawing lines on there and just made myself a little fringe because I wanted to be able to cut this. And if you have like herb scissors, like to cut herbs with, you can make this, but I didn't want any creases on my paper. So that's why I created this in my design space. So let me just show you really fast where I found it. I had kept it actually in my projects. And as you see here it is right here. I think that the internet is being very slow tonight for me. Okay, so I'm just going to click customize so it shows up, and hopefully it won't take too long to pop up on my screen. There we go. There it is right there. I've got it on my screen. Got my mat ready. I'm going to go over here after I click make it, and then I'm going to get it on my mat in my Cricut machine. My mat is black. I need to figure out how to change that. I'll do that at another time. Internet is so slow tonight. Okay, so now my Cricut is flashing. Gonna load my paper. And now that this is done, I'm gonna click fast mode. I want to make sure it's on fast mode. That way then it cuts a lot faster. Now my Cricut is flashing again. Now I'm going to click cut. I will come back and show you what these look like when I'm done cutting. So I have finished cutting all 3 of my pieces. And I have cut my fringe, and as you see, this is what it looks like. It's sealed on both sides, but it's really tiny in the middle. And whenever you curl this and roll it, it makes it a very delicate looking, pretty center. Okay, so I ended up having 2 different colors of pink, as you see. I'm just going to go with it. I'm not worried about it too much. So I'm going to go ahead and work on those and just utilize that. I think it might look pretty. Okay, so the first 2 I've completely kind of creased the center of my flower petals. You guys, you don't have to do these. You could curl the side, whatever. I chose for this one to kind of fold it, and I've left 2 over here to show you what I did. And all I did was kind of take it gently, kind of crease the top just a little bit, just so it gives it a little bit of dimension, just like that. Now we're going to work on this quick flower, y'all. The nice thing about using a whole flower base like this is you don't have to worry about having a center. Okay, come on, glue. Okay, there it's coming. Okay, so I'm going to take one of my flowers. I want to stagger them. And I'm going to kind of make it where it's in the center. That looks pretty good. Then I'm going to take the other one and I'll stagger that one as well. Let me make sure I got my glue coming out, y'all. There we go. Sorry about my arm there, y'all. Okay, now I got myself some generous amount of glue. I'm gonna stagger it and in the center, just like this. That glue is hot. Let me use my thing here to press it down. Okay, make sure you got it adhered really well. As you see, look, it has dimension already. And it's just the most simple thing ever. Okay, let's move this out of the way. Let's do this one really fast. Be careful, don't burn yourself on this part. There's a lot of hot gluing on this. Okay, so what you're going to need to do, and if you don't want to hot glue, if you want to use some tape, I think that this would work as well. I don't know if I have enough to try. Well, let me try. What you could do is you could just use your tape like I'm doing here. Kind of line it up on the edge. Let's just see how that's going to work. You can hot glue it, or let's try this, because this is pretty sturdy tape. I'm just so apprehensive. I'm burning myself. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and peel this off. I'm going to give this one a try. I'll hot glue the other one. Okay, all you're going to do is don't crease these. I'm just going to let the edges meet. We'll see if the tape works. If not, I'll have to glue. Okay, I'm going to just, hopefully you can see this. I'm letting the edges, ooh, I like this. I like this. Just like this. I kind of like it with this tape like this instead of doing the hot glue on this part, because then it's not leaving like the little lumps up underneath there. So as you see here, this is how it's turning out. Look at that, isn't that beautiful, y'all? Okay, I'm going to do the other one. I think I have enough tape on my little tape here. To do this one as well. Press it down really well. If you want to do double strips of tape on this, go for it. I think it's going to be just fine. You can only, if you want to just do one of these little centers, you can. I kind of like it too. Makes it more full. And just like this, look. Isn't that so pretty, y'all? Okay. So now we're gonna join these together, and I think that this is where I am going to have to use my hot glue. So anyway, you would join these together, but let me get this started. Okay, I'm gonna figure out which end I want to start on. I think I'll start on this end. Try to hold this the best I can so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, now I'm gonna start by putting a little bit of glue on this end, and I'm going to kind of start curling it up in there. Just to kind of give it a start. Then I'm going to add some more glue and start rolling it. Try to keep my base kind of even together on the bottom. I'm going to roll this up. Look how it's turning out, y'all. You can just put random little dots of glue. If you want to try to do this with some tape, if you don't want to hot glue, it might work, probably would. See, it's turning out like that. See, look. So easy, right? Making these flowers, there's no big secret, huh? I know there's some people that make these and they support themselves and they make the most beautiful creations. Look how it's turning out. See, this is going to go in the center, but I'm going to do another row of these. Okay, so now when you're ready for your next one, you're going to just put glue and you're going to start right over here. I'm going to put my glue right over the end and kind of try and get it started. Kind of line it up. Just like this. Now I'm going to continue. Okay. And the different pinks, it's okay. Looks pretty. See how big it's coming? Oh man, gorgeous. I think tomorrow I'm going to try to make more, because I want to take down my stuff and change my flowers and just kind of go with pink and like rose gold and white, and I think it would be really pretty. Look, it's getting bigger and bigger. Okay, coming to the home stretch. Put some glue really good on the end, because this is the part you don't want to fall apart. And I'm gonna grab something to hold it there because it's pretty hot. Good old art glitter glue bottle. And there you go. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? How easy is that too? So easy. Now, I kind of went up a little bit. So I'm going to kind of try to push down the middle a little bit because I need to be able to glue it to the center of my flower. Now I'm going to put tons and tons of glue in the center so I can adhere it down into the center. Okay? So here we go. So kind of get it down in the center after you got your glue. Look at that, y'all. Isn't it beautiful? I love it so much. You've got about a second to position it right where you want it. How beautiful is that, y'all? Can you imagine? I'm going to do so many more of these because I want my craft room to be beautiful and springy and flowery and pretty. And while I'm at it, I might make my mom a few more for her door. Now, as far as a thing to put it on the back, use like a pipe cleaner to make it like a loop and glue that on. If you've got a Coke tab or if you've got some kind of wire, you can make a little loop to make a hanger on it and just hang it right on your wall, or use the command strips and put it on the back and just put it on, hang it wherever you want to hang it. So anyway, that is my quick tutorial for a beautiful flower, plus how I use my Cricut. Now, a little thing about the Cricut. I didn't mention this. Whenever you the first time you log into your Cricut Design Space, you will have to set it yourself up like a little account with a password and everything. And once you do that, then you just go in and you would have to set up payment information for the Design Space. Now, if you don't want to get the Design Space, you don't have to. There are some free things on there, and they're not as cute as some of the other stuff that's on the Design Space, but they are free. Or if you've had a Cricut Expression before, and maybe you use cartridges, you can load those in your Cricut as well. And that way you can still utilize what you had before. Anyway, thought I would let you guys know that. Hope you guys have found this helpful, and I hope maybe you will give beautiful flowers a try. I'll see you guys later. Bye.